Ginny here. So before we get started, I just wanted to introduce myself and show you who I am. I'm a Beachbody coach, and was my first experience with a network marketing company where I didn't feel like people were being slimy. Anyway, I think you know what I mean because you're here. And the reason why I started doing all these advertisements and learning all this network marketing strategies on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media and search traffic, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I learned it all so that I could find customers without having to chase family and friends because it really bugged me. But I also learned that if what I have is really something that will help someone, it's my responsibility to share with family and friends and with you. So anyway, that's the short story. I would love to get in touch with you and talk with you in person. So look for me at GoSkinnyGinny.com or just search for GoSkinnyGinny. You'll find me on Twitter and Facebook, and just message me or whatever, and let's get in touch. And now we will switch over to the presentation where I will teach you a very simple method on Twitter on finding customers. It's very cool. So we'll see you there. As a social media platform also. But I do have something extra to share that I just learned on our Thursday night practice that I have with my mentor. And there is a way to help you get your ads enabled quicker. So I'll show you that too. We will then also discuss coming up with a budget and running your campaigns continuously, and while I'll get into that in more detail as we get into it. We'll also talk about targeting keywords, leaders in similar industries, and keeping your avatar in mind. If you don't know what an avatar is, we won't go into depth on that today. That's not what this webinar is about. But if you need help with that, again, we'll make an appointment and we'll talk about it. And then lastly, I will share where you can find a free Twitter masterclass to learn more from the source that I learn it from. So here we go. So you're going to want to make your Twitter look pretty, and you're going to want to start tweeting. So when you join Twitter, if you haven't already, you're going to fill it in just like I did here with your name, an email, a password, and a quick ID. Now you might want to make your ID a little bit more descriptive than mine. I've had GK906 forever, and it was way before I ever got involved in any kind of networking business or any kind of online business. So anyway, like for example, I think I found one today that I was looking for followers of Cooking Light magazine, and it was cooking_light, for example. So you might want to come up with a better description than that. You're going to enter your phone number and where you live, and before you start running ads, before Twitter will allow you, you need to start socializing. So I put here that the first time I ran ads, I had to contact @support, which is Twitter support, to ask them to get it going for me. You may have to do the same. They were very cool and very helpful, so it shouldn't be a problem as long as you're not spamming, which means you're not posting any affiliate links in anybody's timeline. You're not, you're not getting reported from users. So you don't want to be annoying, you want to be social. You'll also want to shorten any links that you use and use a capture page instead. But again, never send a link without asking someone first. Say, hey, I'd like to send you a link. Would you want to take a look at it? Would you like to take a look at this video? Would you like to see where I'm learning all this Twitter stuff, for example? And you might want to do it after you form your customer. And if you don't know what forming your customer is, you might want to look it up. It's just an easy way to talk to people. Most of the time, I don't stick to that. I usually just be myself because I like talking to people anyway, and it's kind of fun to get to know people. And you can usually get a feel for people that aren't going to be interested in what you have to say anyway. Okay, so what are you going to tweet? You're going to tweet stuff that your avatar, which would be your perfect customer, will be interested in. So, for example, I have 2 accounts now. One's too new, actually. I can't even advertise to it yet. And that one is for my marketing business, which is this part. I originally had it all in one account, but it's a little bit confusing, and I don't think that my Beachbody followers will really be interested in the marketing aspect, unless they're a coach. They might be. But in that case, I would ask them to go follow my other page. So for Beachbody, I tweet anything, for example, about fitness, nutrition, recipes, general health. You might even want to come up with a plan on what you're going to tweet about, just like you do on your Facebook page or on your blog. You're going to want to post your blog entries too. And for home business, which is what I was just talking about, my marketing account, which is GK9062, I tweet motivational stuff, mindset stuff, social media tips, and articles, and any blog posts I do an audio blog. I don't actually write a blog. So you go out and you retweet, you tweet, and you favorite, and you follow. You be social. Twitter is very cool that way. You're actually going to find, at first it was a little awkward for me because I wasn't quite used to the format. I was used to the more one-on-one Facebook type relationship. But tweeting is way public. It's like a giant conversation board. It's like everybody putting their conversation out there. So that's what it is. Anyway, get social, start tweeting. Once you are able to, you're going to be able to find Twitter ads right under, and you can't see with my finger pointing to the screen, can you? But it's right under your profile picture. You see my little picture here, Twitter ads. That's where you'll find it. If you don't see it there yet and you think that you will be able to do ads, you can go to ads.twitter.com. And then this is the part that I didn't put in my presentation because I didn't know about it until Thursday, but you can go to, I forgot what it was now, business.twitter.com. I'll bring it up in my live demo at the end of the presentation so you can see that, but you can fill in a form there and get ads enabled. They just added that, I think. Then what you're going to want to do, this is my very simple method of getting customers. You're going to create a follow campaign, and you're going to set a budget. You're going to decide how much can you spend every single day forever. My number is only $2 a day. It could be anywhere from $1 to $5 to $25 to $100. It depends on what you have in your advertising budget. Mine is tiny right now, and I plan on, as soon as I get more money coming in, I'll put more money into my campaigns. Might not be the follow campaigns, but it might be, other campaigns. But anyway, this is how you're going to do it. So you're going to create a new campaign. It's going to be a follower campaign. You're going to name your campaign. I usually just call it Follow Me. Pretty simple. You're going to start immediately and run continuously. You're going to compose a tweet to go with it. For example, mine said, "Follow me for fitness tips, recipes, motivation, and Beachbody challenges." Pretty simple. Tells them exactly what they're going to find following you and what they're going to see in their timeline. You can also select tweets that you've already tweeted. I didn't select any here, but if I had one that I think would be interesting to people that might want to follow me, I'll check them off in here. You're going to target. Now for Beachbody, I only targeted United States and Canada because that's where Beachbody is. I did run a Follow Me campaign that targeted the UK, and it was pretty cool because I did get some members for my challenge groups out there. but they can't buy it from Team Beachbody yet. So that's why I didn't do that. Anyway, for your business, target where your avatar might be. This is a picture of my avatar. Her name is Brandy. As a matter of fact, the way I find her is I think, what would Brandy do? Where would Brandy be? And that's where I find her. Mine is a female avatar, so I'm specifically targeting her. You may want to do any gender or just males. It depends on who your avatar is. We're being very specific. Now, I like to target followers of people or icons in my industry. For example, Tony Horton, the creator of P90X, and Shaun T, the creator of Hip Hop Abs, T25, Insanity. So, and don't pick more than one or two because we're being very targeted here. You only want to target where you think your avatar is hanging out. So keep that in mind. If you want to target other areas or even a different avatar, make sure you run a separate campaign to do that. You're going to want to separate out your campaigns. We're being very targeted, remember. Now, if you're a Beachbody coach and you're out there listening to this, targeting our fitness instructors out here is a good thing to do because actually people buy P90X Insanity from all kinds of sources besides Team Beachbody. They don't even know we exist, some of them. So by targeting them, I'm getting those people to talk to. Again, we already talked about budget, so I set my daily maximum to $2 a day. Pretty simple. I don't set a total budget because I know that I'm going to spend $2 a day forever. Okay, we already discussed this a little bit, but what to do with your followers. When you get new followers, you send them a direct message and you say, hey, thanks for following me, and start a conversation with them. Family, occupation, recreation, and your message. If we've discussed this in the past, if you need to discuss this a little bit more, go for it. It's just a general form of communicating, getting personal, and getting to know each other because people buy from people they like, know, and trust. By the way, I usually start off just, hey, thanks for following me. I'd love to connect with you on Facebook, or I would say, thanks for following me. What kinds of tweets do you like? What have you liked so far? And, what would you like to see more of? Then I get a little bit of feedback from them too. Okay, so now let's get into our live demo. I'm going to set up a new campaign and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. I'll come back to our presentation after we do our live demo. So I'm going to bring up my Twitter account. I'm just going to go right to ads so that just to save a little bit of time. Okay, so here we got our Twitter page up. Now, what you do is you click on your profile picture and then you click Twitter ads. That will bring you over to your campaign overview and you're going to hit create a new campaign and you're going to hit followers. That is going to bring you to this screen. So I'm going to give it, let's go back up to the top here. I'm going to give it a title and I'm going to call it Follow Me Fitness 2 because I already have one going. So I'm going to say follow me for fitness tips, recipes, motivation, and Beachbody challenges. We'll help each other get fit and live healthy. You see over here it says how many characters you're remaining. You're going to get really good at tweeting or keeping your ads or tweets to below the number of characters that Twitter allows. You just get really good at it. So I might want to include my next challenge. I would just take it out probably on Monday because that's when it's starting. I don't know. I might even want to go, let's use that one. There, that's good enough. Okay, so I got 3 tweets selected. Then I'll go down here. Make sure I didn't skip anything. Nope. Okay, so we're going to target our locations. Like I said, I do United States and Canada because those are the 2 that I can sell to, or that Team Beachbody can use. And my particular avatar is a female. I find, I'm going to tell you, when I first started, I didn't specify, I wasn't specific, and I didn't have Brandy in mind. So I was much more open to targeting a wider range. But then I learned that when I target Brandy, my perfect customer, that's her name, it's just the name I gave her, doesn't really mean anything to me, but except that that is my avatar. That is my perfect customer. That's who I want to coach. You're going to want to do this because if you have her in mind, you're going to be a lot more successful. When I first blasted out there, I would get all kinds of strange followers and just, I don't know, it was too messy. If I have it narrowed down to the person that I really want to be in my challenge groups, good to go. You're going to select your language. Of course, English. I mean, I could select Spanish if I really wanted to, but I don't speak it that fluently, so I'm not going to do that. You could even specify certain devices. I mean, that might be a good way to run a couple of different campaigns. You might want to aim certain, maybe tablets, or maybe just desktops and laptop computers, and then separate another campaign for devices. I'm going to leave it at, I just left it this way for my other follow campaigns, and it worked fine that way. You could even go so far, let's say maybe you're in the phone business and you want Verizon's customers, you could even go so far as to target the carriers, the mobile carriers, which would be cool if I were in some kind of mobile phone business and I wanted to show people that I have a better plan and a much cheaper plan and a more, just as reliable, whatever. I can also target, all this targeting is new here. I haven't used any of these yet, so I'm just going to skip those, but they could be. This actually, now that I think about this would be kind of cool. I could target users that are new to Twitter in the first month, which would be cool because then I could actually show them these classes, and especially if they're business users, I might use that in the future. Okay, so we can also add additional. Now I do like this particular method, adding followers, and I already did Tony Horton and Shanti, so I think I'll do Shalene Johnson, or TurboFire. How about TurboFire? People might have TurboFire, and they might have bought Pio. Or better yet, I was going to go back and do this. I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to say at Jillian Michaels. I found some, here we go. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not even going to add anybody else. You can also, if you don't want to use people who follow other people, you could use interests. If you're a travel industry, you might want to aim at people following a certain travel and leisure magazine, for example. Oh, they're not a follower. It would be let's see, travel might be their interest. I'm sorry. This is where business, travel, luxury, traveling with kids, maybe, if you have a blog about that kind of thing, whatever. In the past, I was going to use lose weight, and weight loss and stuff like that, but it was way too broad, and I didn't think that Brandy was really following weight loss. I thought she could be following Cooking Light magazine or recipes, that kind of thing. A tailored audience is if you have a capture page where you can put a pixel on, you'll be capturing those users in your tailored audience. And after you have about 100 users, you can target those people specifically, and that's what that's for. Behaviors. Is not available. Why? Maybe because I already have. Yeah, that's okay. I never use that one anyway. I can exclude those tailored audiences. Maybe they've already seen my ad and I don't want them to see this next ad. Or I can also exclude them by certain behaviors. And I don't know why none of those are available. Again, my maximum was $2 a day, and I don't put a budget. Oh, you know what? It's probably my internet is probably slow, and it probably won't bring those up. But I don't use those anyway. But I can see where you would use it if you wanted to exclude certain behaviors. I don't remember. I did read about it, but I just decided it wasn't really pertinent to my Follow Me campaign, and I haven't used it. If you'd like me to look in further or ask Vince, my wonderful mentor, I will. All right, so I'm just going to leave it at automatic bid. What you can do here is you can set a maximum bid per click, but I will tell you, as your ad runs and as you keep checking in on it and changing it, or fixing maybe some of your tweets and better targeting your avatar, your cost per click is going to come down anyway. So just leave it at automatic bid. Then I will go save and launch immediately. And voila, you have your first Follow Me campaign going. I'm also going to show you here, if my internet isn't too slow. Okay, cool. I got some conversations going on in here. These are people that followed me, and I actually messaged them, and I said, I'll just show you a couple. This one was my latest. I just said, hey, thanks for the follow, and I noticed on her profile that she liked biking, and I put, she told me that. I had a little conversation about the trails around here. She asked me where I was from, and then I just basically said, hey, I got a challenge coming up on Monday. If you want to be in it, or if you want to be in any future ones, make sure you watch for them. That's it. Now, I do have another video out on YouTube, and if you would like access to that, you can do this very cool. I'm going to go to my profile page and show you this Twitter card, which you can use for future campaigns if you wanted. You can't use them in a Follow Me campaign. Maybe it'll come in the future, but it's super cool. You can pin it to the top of your page, and when people follow me, I go out and I look at their profile. So if I went out and looked at your profile and saw this card, I might want to check it out. See, this is pinned here. I just go to sign up now, and it goes to a capture page where I could put in my email address and, talk to Skinny Ginny about joining that June challenge. So that is your live demo, and I will take questions after I'm done recording. Make sure you watch your email, because not only will I send you these slides, but I'll also send you a link to my video on how to create Twitter cards, which I just mentioned, which is on YouTube, and it's a cool way to tweet and collect leads or direct your audience to your website. I will also send the link that I mentioned to the Twitter Masterclass. Oh, I almost forgot about that special link. It's right here. I brought it up. It's biz.twitter.com. You go there and you start advertising today, let's go, and you fill in a form. I'm already logged in, so it's probably not gonna, it's gonna just bring me to my ads. But it'll ask you, how much do you want to spend, where are you located at, and then it will enable your ads account. So that should be it. Thanks for coming, and I will take questions after I stop recording. Thanks.